Juice?
Yeah.
Relax.
Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. Alright, we're here, you know what I mean, in Passaic, New Jersey. We're at the, back in the day, we used to have the after party, but this is the after ibadah, right? After the masjid, after Isha, inshallah ta'ala, coming out to get something to eat, talking. What's going on, man? And then discussing about some of the struggles and the trials that the converts go through. So we, in discussing some of these trials and tribulations that we went through, we was talking about some of the things 18 years ago that, when I first walked into the masjid and what that experience was like. So I was telling Sheikh Yusuf that when we first walked into the masjid, man, I walked into a masjid that was on the second floor, and underneath on the first floor was a chicken shack. It was a chicken slaughterhouse. They used to slaughter the chickens. And then when we went up there, the first time I walked into the masjid, all I smelled was chicken. The first thing I thought to my mind was like, damn, these brothers, they either got strong faith, or they're a little crazy, man, subhanallah, right? And then when you would make sajda, you would smell that chicken smell in the rug, man, subhanallah. And at this particular masjid, we used to pay like $300-400 a month, max. And it was hard for us to come up with that money, man. It was extremely difficult, subhanallah. And I ain't even gonna front, the earpiece? I ain't even gonna front that, subhanallah, when we was out there, even when I got married, I'm gonna throw it out there, khalas. Brothers, don't do this to your wife, man, all right? Look, I'm gonna be honest. Honey, I love you, I'm sorry. But even when I got married, I told my wife, I was like, look, man, this is my masjid. And, I want to get married in my masjid. And subhanallah, my father-in-law, he came out with the, the convertible. He pulled the convertible out, put my wife in the convertible. He was all souped up. He's not a Muslim, man. He was souped. He drove her to the masjid. He came to the masjid. The scent hit him. He's like, He started walking around, looking around. He's like, yo, I'm going to go to the store and get something to drink. You want some? He never came back, subhanAllah. My poor wife, my not being knuckleheaded, I put her through that situation, Alhamdulillah, subhanAllah. Brothers, don't ever do that to your wife, man. Take her to a nice location, especially if you got non-Muslim family. Take them to a nice location. Let them get married somewhere nice where you can affect your family, alhamdulillah, with something positive, alhamdulillah. But, in this particular masjid, subhanAllah, we used to pay about $400 a month. And then the building got taken away from the owners, and we ended up getting kicked out. And we were like, what are we going to do? SubhanAllah, we was barely being able to pay $400. Where are we going to find another spot that's going to charge us $400 a month? And we found a spot across the street, and instead of over a chicken shack, we was over a fish store, SubhanAllah. So we went from chicken over the fish store. And, SubhanAllah, there we was paying $1,200 a month. And, we was like, how are we going to do it? It was months where we walked in, the lights was off. But alhamdulillah, everybody would pull together, pull their resources, and then, we would pay the bills. And we struggled like that month after month after month. Even with paying the imam, Allah reward him. Allah grant him, blessings, and grant his family blessings for that struggle, man, and trying to continue being the imam and not really getting paid a good salary just because he believed in the cause. But subhanAllah, part of the convert struggles in a spot, $400 a month. Smelled like chicken. Then the $1,200 a month had, over the fish store. So you had both scents. SubhanAllah, I took my wife in there. My father-in-law walked out on me. This is part of the convert struggle, and this is what we go through. So inshallah ta'ala, like we say in Spanish, si se puede. Yes, you can. Keep up the struggle. Keep up the hard work. Use wisdom and hikmah in everything that you do, inshallah ta'ala, and everything should be okay. I'm your brother Abdul Razak Abu Sumayyah, and that's just one chronicle for today, inshallah. We'll be back in the future with more. Barakallahu feekum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.